Satnam. Welcome to Kundalini Yoga Fundamentals. In this video, we will talk about Kundalini Yoga and some key principles that we apply for practicing Kundalini Yoga. And we will also learn some basic breathing techniques that we use a lot in the practices of Kundalini Yoga. We'll also learn the 2 mantras to really create an environment to practice Kundalini Yoga. And we will learn more about how we can raise the Kundalini upwards by applying the body locks. So first, welcome again. My name is Helena and I'm founder of Inner Peace Alchemy. And my mission is to bring people to feel their soul in a most human way possible, to generate a sense of inner peace and self-mastery. And from this state together, we can create paradise together when everybody's in their own power. Yay! So, let's get started. So, first of all, Kundalini Yoga is a kind of yoga that is known for the yoga of awareness. Kundalini means curled up coil or serpent, and yoga means union. So, what we do with Kundalini Yoga is we activate the curled up serpent, which is our life force energy, which is dormant in most people because of conditioning. We'll activate it, and by sciences from the practice of Kundalini Yoga, we raise it upwards towards higher consciousness. Therefore, we will live our life in a very creative way, but being conscious about your creation, taking a responsibility over your creation, giving you the power to create your life. So, isn't this wonderful? We always use white clothes in Kundalini Yoga because white actually expands our aura. Our aura is our electromagnetic field that is our energy that radiates from our heart, from our body. And white lets us expand this aura for 3 meters even. And this way we can really have more of an impact as well with our auric radiance. Our radiance influences our environment. So also white stands for purity. We want to feel and see the purity of the soul, because by allowing the soul to come activating and uniting with consciousness, it is being purified by the light of consciousness. So we have to purify ourselves also. So there's cleanliness that comes along with this. So, white clothes, we wear a turban. Why? It's not obligatory, but it helps us to contain the energy that is generated while practicing Kundalini Yoga. Otherwise, the energy just goes out of the head and it's kind of lost, so you're wasting energy, which is a bit sad. And also, it helps us to maintain focused, because here the turban pressures along the temples, and the temples, they help us to maintain our focus. And then if you have long hair, we don't cut the hair, because the hair is actually a very good source of energy. When you always cut the hair always has to grow, and your body is using much of its energy for the hair to grow. But if you just leave it long, it can use its energy to go to the brain. So you contain more energy to the brain to experience more intelligence. Then when you have long hair, you curl it up like this in a spiral on the center of your head, which is the sun center. And from this point, you can absorb cosmic energy flowing directly into the spine, the central channel of our body, which helps awakening the Kundalini. Then we also practice Kundalini Yoga on an empty stomach. Why? Because when you have food in your body, it is a foreign substance that your body has to integrate, and this takes a lot of energy, and it also takes away your focus. So when we do yoga, we want to have our full focus and full awareness of everything in our body, and when there is a foreign substance in it, it becomes much more difficult. Plus, some exercises are really challenging if you have a full stomach. So please, at least 2.5 hours before practice, do not eat. Very well. Then, if you're a woman and if you are on your moon cycle, there are certain practices that you should not do right away, because when you're on your moon cycle, you're releasing and you're relaxing into letting go. However, in Kundalini, there are some practices that are really activating and pushing the energy upwards, but this is against the natural process. So there is a breath of fire, and there is a mulban. So the breath of fire is the first breathing technique that I will explain to you. And so this is a very activating breath, and it is working with the navel. So you're pumping in the navel while you breathe out. So you actively pump in the navel and you breathe out through the nose. And you really squeeze all the muscles. So as if you can imagine, this is not so good if you're menstruating. So for any other circumstance, you're fine to do it, except when you're pregnant as well. Then, when you do the fire breathing, you go a bit faster. And I'll show you from the side. So, you see how my stomach goes in while I breathe out? And when I breathe in, it comes automatically. My belly just relaxes. The diaphragm expands to downwards. And so the air can enter in the lungs with ease. Then there is the long, deep breathing. And the long, deep breathing is actually how we should breathe always. But of course, so many people don't know how to breathe properly, and therefore we will learn it now. So long deep breathing, again, you push in the navel, breathe everything out, and then slowly start relaxing the belly while you inhale, expanding the belly. Then you expand the rib cage, then the upper lungs, and you really draw the energy upwards. Imagine the energy goes all the way through the top of your head up. And then when you exhale, imagine the energy goes down, you squeeze the rib cage back together and you bring in the navel points. So from the side. Now I exhale. My navel points all the way to the back of my the spine. When I inhale, I relax. Then I can go expand even more. Then I expand the rib cage. And then the upper chest. I draw the energy up And while doing this, you can really imagine there's a cord going all the way up to your spine, and this straightens the spine. So you're expanding and you're taking in all the energy as much as you can in your body. Then as you exhale, you lengthen the spine and you become very tall, but then you squeeze and you become very thin. And you become just a channel, just a cord, and you leave everything out. All the air is out. So it's a fire breath. You're at this stage already, and then you push it out a little bit more. While long deep breathing is a circular motion. And this allows us to really become conscious about the whole body while we breathe. Then we have the Bandas. The Bandas are body locks. And the body locks, they help us to be in the right posture to raise Kundalini. So the first Banda is the Mool Banda or the root Banda. It is located at the very base of the spine and at the sphincter muscles. So here you find also the sex organs, where you will hold your urine. You imagine you're holding and you're squeezing all those muscles that are here, and you push, push, push and direct it upwards. This is the root lock. So normally we have aponic force, the outgoing energy goes out, but with the root lock we lock it, so you block all the outgoing forces and you hold it up and you squeeze it up again. So this is why you can't practice Mool Banda when again you're menstruating, because this is against the natural flow. So root lock. And then there is the Uddiyana Band or the diaphragm lock. And the diaphragm lock is only practiced while completely empty. So you empty the stomach, so you can't eat, and empty the lungs. So you breathe out, and then what you do is you bring in the navel as far as you can, and then you push it even upwards. And then when you breathe, you always have to relax the navel again. And this is a lock that is very, very activating. They're all very important, of course. But Uddiyana Banda is not an easy one to practice, but when you master Uddiyana, you can really feel how you're drawing the energy from the base of the spine that you hold up with the root lock. You draw it upwards to the upper triangle. So we are made of triangles. We have the lower triangle, we have the upper triangle. So the Uddiyana Banda is like the gateway. So you're bringing the energy up to the higher centers. Okay, and then there's a third lock, the Jalandhar Band or the neck lock, which is like I am right now. When you're in a sitting posture, your chin is slightly tucked in and the neck is straight, and this is just it. This is the lock that we use the most in Kundalini Yoga. So in every posture that you do, we use this posture, so in each meditation, except when stated differently, of course, we hold the head like this. This is for the energy to flow from our spine up to the pituitary gland. Otherwise, if you're like this, the energy goes up and just goes out. and then again the energy is lost. So we want to contain and bring it back towards ourselves. So the energy goes, make the circle, and goes right here. And this is the place of our third eye. So you will activate the awakening, the opening of your third eye as well, if you stay like this. And then you contain the energy. And then we can apply 3 locks at the same time. And this is Mahaband, or the great lock. When you do this, you really draw out all the energy, pull the root lock, keep the chin tucked in. You'll feel how your life force energy is being drawn upwards and being connected with consciousness, and you become really a channel of pure source energy. This is an advanced practice, and I don't recommend to do it right away. Before applying those locks and really meditating on this, we have to learn the mantras to create a safe environment for us, for arouse the Kundalini, and to create kind of a safe space. We call upon our inner life force energy to connect with higher consciousness. So we call upon the great consciousness of light, of the universe, to connect with our inner consciousness, with our inner teacher. And this is the meaning of Om Namo Gurudev Namo. I call upon the great wisdom. I call upon my inner teacher. And then we have another mantra, which is to really project in the space next to you, behind you, the other side and in front of you, a space of radiance, of truth, of light. So you call upon the wisdom, you call upon truth from the beginning, from past ages, the only universal truth there has ever been, the great invisible truth. You call upon this, and therefore you are bathing in a bubble of truth, of light, in which your Kundalini energy, your Shakti, wild life force can expand in purity. So let's start. First of all, we rub the hands together to generate heat, let the energy flow. Then we press both hands to each other. You can really put some pressure. And this will bring balance to both hemispheres of the brain. You focus on the third eye points, and along with me, you will chant mantras. So, breathe in deeply. Exhale completely. Draw the navel in. Inhale. Relax the navel, expand the belly. Exhale. Inhale, and we start to chant. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. At Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Sri Gurudevin Name. At Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Sri Gurudevin Name. At Gurei Name, Jugat Gurei Name, Sat Gurei Name, Sri Gurudevin Name. Now inhale deeply. Hold the breath in, suspend. And when you hold, you don't hold and squeeze, you just hold. As if you could always breathe in just a little bit more. Don't pressure anything. And exhale slowly. So, when we do a practice of Kundalini Yoga, the class goes like this. I personally like to do a grounding meditation, so I connect with the earth, with the beings, with my own being, with the cosmos, and I feel how I am a channel of this pure light, this pure truth. Then we tune in with the mantras we just chanted. And then we do some breath awareness exercises. So we do meditations with specific breathing patterns. And then we do a Kundalini Kriya. So Kriya is a sequence of certain exercises which have a certain result. So there are many exercises, but when put in a certain manner, they generate a very specific result that gives you a nice quality to work with. So each class will be a different theme as well. And then we have a relaxation. When you relax, you just completely allow to drop into the earth and sink away. And for my relaxations, I also like to use crystal balls, which are these beauties, because crystal balls really help to integrate the energies we just worked with to guide it towards purity and higher consciousness. So this is a very pure sound. To relax with this, you receive instant light healing. A very common used instrument in Kundalini Yoga is the gong. The gong is also very great to really let go of any density stuck in the bodies and to travel into space while you relax. Then after relaxation we have a meditation. Also this can be pranayama, but I prefer mantras. So mantras, they will be sang in a certain posture, and the mantra is actually meant to connect with certain parts of the brain that's maybe be dormant. So mantras are like sacred codes for us to unlock certain areas in our consciousness, in our brain, and therefore we connect to higher states of intelligence, higher states of awareness, and we are encoding our minds with this new intelligence, with this new awareness. Therefore you are actually actively brainwashing yourself, but in a positive way, so that your mind can help you instead of working against you. So this is what mantras do. Mantras really help you to generate a useful mind, because you are not your mind. Your mind is your tool for the soul to express itself. Then we also have a way to use our eye gaze. So while we are doing the practices, most of the time the eyes are closed. So this is to contain the energy and to stay inwards and to really create your own universe and to detach from the world outside. So you can also tap deeper into ways of your own world, how it could be. And when you are always looking outside, you stay too much attached to your current reality. Therefore, it makes it more difficult to change your reality. But in Kundalini Yoga, we really take a jump in evolution. We go inwards, we tap into our infinite self, into our infinite possibilities, our powerful potential. And therefore, with eyes closed, you can feel better. You can feel your soul better. And you also don't compare yourself with the rest of the class. Then there is a certain eye gaze that you close your eyes, but not fully, just like 1/10 stays open. And you can either focus on the third eye point or the tip of the nose. And this also gives a very special effect while you meditate. Then there's also the focus on the chin and focus on the navel point. This is all specified when you need to do this. Then there is also the breathing through the nose. In most exercises, we just breathe through the nose, unless again stated differently. This is because through the nose we activate our Ida and Pingala channel. The Ida is the feminine polarity, the Pingala is the masculine polarity. And when we activate them, this is a way for the Kundalini to rise up. Like we have the plus and the minus polarity, and together they create electricity. So by inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, we really send energy to those channels and we activate those channels. So, to end each class, we also chant one mantra. You can do it 1 time or 3 times or as much as you like. And it is the mantra Sat Nam. Sat Nam means truth. It's my reality. It's my identity. It's my being. And we do this to really confirm that we are being truthful also after the practice. That from this point on, we are our true selves. So, I invite you again to place your hands in front of the heart center. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. And with the next inhale, we chant Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for watching this video, and congratulations with your first steps in actually taking responsibility over your power, claiming your power and directing it towards your higher self, integrating your soul into your body. Woohoo! You're amazing! Thank you so much. You're a superstar, shining bright. I know it already. You're so amazing. Thank you for being on earth. Thank you for doing the work. And yes, I'm excited to share more moments of bliss with you soon, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah.